Once upon a time, in a dense and magical forest, there were three baby bears. They lived with their loving mother in a cozy den nestled deep in the woods, surrounded by tall trees and the sounds of nature.
I'm Barnaby, the biggest and bravest of us all. I have soft brown fur and bright, curious eyes that love to explore every nook and cranny of our forest home.
Then came Beatrice, the middle cub, who was always calm and composed. She was sweet and gentle, with fur the color of honey, and she had a heart as warm as her golden coat.
And I'm Beatrice, the middle cub, with fur the color of honey and a gentle nature.
And last, there was little Benjamin, the youngest of the trio. He was the smallest, with fluffy golden fur and a playful spirit that could brighten anyone's day.
I'm Benjamin, the smallest, with fluffy golden fur and a playful spirit that loves to have fun.
One beautiful morning, as the sun peeked through the trees, casting a golden glow over the forest, the warm rays tickled Benjamin's nose, gently waking him up from his slumber. He yawned and stretched, his little claws reaching for the sky as he greeted the new day. Filled with excitement, Benjamin scurried over to his siblings, eager to start the day's adventures.
Wake up, sleepyheads, it's time to play and explore.
He squeaked with joy, nudging them with his nose, ready to embark on another day of fun and discovery in their magical forest home. Beatrice stirred, her eyes slowly opening. She smiled at Benjamin.
Good morning, little brother,
She whispered. Barnaby yawned loudly, stretching his long limbs.
I smell breakfast.
He announced, his tummy rumbling. The cubs ran to their mother, who was waiting for them with bowls of berries and honey. The forest was alive with the sounds of birdsong. The air was fresh and sweet. After breakfast, the cubs were eager to play.
Let's go to the big oak tree.
Shouted Barnaby, already running ahead. Beatrice and Benjamin followed close behind, their little legs carrying them as fast as they could. The big oak tree was their favorite place to play. It was a magical spot where countless adventures began. It stood tall and proud in the middle of the forest, like a guardian watching over them. Its branches were wide and strong, perfect for climbing and imagining grand adventures. Barnaby, always the adventurer, scampered up the trunk with excitement, his claws digging into the rough bark. Beatrice followed more cautiously, her eyes wide with wonder, making sure she had a good grip on the sturdy branches.
Come on, Beatrice. The view is great from up here. You can see the whole forest.
Benjamin was too small to climb, but he didn't mind. He played happily at the bottom of the tree, gathering pine cones and pretending they were treasure from a faraway land. He giggled as he tossed them in the air, imagining they were magical seeds, watching them tumble to the ground like tiny parachutes.
Look at my treasure, Beatrice. It's the best one yet.
He called out, his voice echoing through the forest, his face lighting up with joy and pride. The big oak tree was more than just a tree. It was a place where dreams came alive. Soon, the sun was high in the sky, casting its warm golden rays over the forest. The cubs were tired from their adventures, having spent the morning exploring, climbing, and playing. They lay down in a patch of sunlight that filtered through the leaves of the big oak tree, the perfect spot for a nap.
I'm so tired from all that climbing. My paws feel like they're made of lead.
Barnaby, worn out from climbing the tallest trees and chasing after his siblings, was the first to fall asleep. He snored softly, his big paws twitching as he dreamed of chasing butterflies and honeybees.
The forest sounds so peaceful. The birds are singing a lullaby just for us.
Beatrice closed her eyes, listening to the peaceful sounds of the forest, the rustling leaves, and the distant chirping of birds. She snuggled closer to her brothers, feeling safe and warm in their cozy little nook under the big oak tree.
I can't keep my eyes open. The sun feels so nice and warm.
Even little Benjamin, full of boundless energy and always the last to tire, couldn't resist the lure of sleep. He yawned, his eyelids growing heavy as he fought to stay awake just a little longer. He rested his head on Beatrice's soft fur and drifted off, joining his siblings in a peaceful slumber under the warm sunbeams. The sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. The cubs stirred, their noses twitching at the familiar scent of wood smoke. Mother Bear was calling them home.
Come along, little ones. It's time for dinner.
The cubs followed their mother through the trees, their tummies rumbling. They ate their fill of berries and honey, sharing stories of their day. Then, full and sleepy, they snuggled together in their cozy den.
Good night, my little adventurers.
Mother Bear licked each of their heads, her love warming them like the sun. And as the moon rose high above the trees, the three baby bears drifted off to sleep, dreaming of more forest adventures to come.